Hello everyone, Josh first back again with some more OverHit, and today we're getting our third hero spotlight video here on the channel. Hope you guys have been enjoying this series so far, and our first male character to enter himself into the hero spotlight series, and we have our boy young Gleck. He is a holy knight voiced by Yutaka Aoyama. Hero info: Gleck was one of the original members of the Black Wings when it formed 50 years ago. He was a holy knight with a promising future, but while he had a strong sense of justice, he also had great compassion. His personal feelings did not always align with the cause. He disappeared after the battle against the Conclave ended. So this guy is absolutely amazing. I've been using him personally, so I don't have to read off his max skills off of my notes. So I'll be showing those later in the video, so please stay tuned for that. So let's first look at his 3D model. Let's check out this bad boy's design a little bit. Looks pretty beastly. He reminds me of some characters that you would find in Soul Calibur. I think that's why his design really is one of my favorites in the game, because I just love a real badass heroine-like character with a big-ass sword, cool armor, just looks like an absolute beast. And the fact that he kind of looks like a Soul Calibur character, it does give him a little bit more props in my opinion as well. So let's go through his profile. He is, of course, a physical damage dealer. He launches melee attacks. He's, of course, a male. He's a hero from Vespera. He is a hero, belongs to the Abbey faction. A hero from Granvis, that's where he's from. And he's also a human. And he's also, again, a badass. So, his leader skill, we're going to quickly go through these. Hero of Light, damage taken of allies by, he decreases damage taken of allies by 5%, which of course will go to 10%. His S1, Vanguard Sword, 51-second cooldown, a very nice low cooldown. Regular damage, deal damage equal to 249.5% of attack to enemy times 1. And his buff, increased crit rate of self by 26.1%, 100% success rate, and duration for 60 seconds. So very good. His actual buff duration actually exceeds his actual S1 skill cooldown. So that's very, very nice. You can kind of keep that on a loop, especially if you're going into raid bosses against Fafnir, you know, the dark raid boss, where he's very, very amazing in. Him and Dominique, I would say, are both some of my faves when it comes to going into that raid boss. So very good against the dark raid, which a lot of you are doing anyway. His S2 is Fissure, active, only 72-second cooldown, so his S2 is actually not that bad, especially when you consider what it offers you damage-wise. Regular damage, deal damage equal to 249% of attack to enemy times 1. Additional damage, deal additional damage equal to 142.8% of attack if crit rate plus effect is applied, which is basically his S1 right here. So what you want to do, a nice little combo, is to go into his S1 and then go into his S2. And then if you go into his S2 just at level 1 skill, you're going to be doing over, I believe, 400+% damage. Absolutely phenomenal. And again, Dominique is kind of comparable to how his skill set works when fighting dark raid bosses or even dark enemies, regardless if it's in PvE or even PvP. So let's look at his passive. Glowing Spike buff, cast reflective damage on self that reflects 7.3% of damage taken when all attack is triggered. Success rate 10%, duration 30%. So his passive really kind of is just a bonus. If it goes off, it goes off. If it doesn't, it's whatever. Definitely not one of the better passives, but he is an SR. The passives for SSRs, for most of them, are just exceptional, but he is an SR, so they have to kind of limit him in a way there. But who cares about his passive? His S1 and S2 are of some of the best when it comes to DPS in the entire game, and I'm putting him against SSRs as well. He's still one of the best damage dealers in this game, and by far one of the best, if not the best, DPSers right now in PvP, and we are going to talk about that later in the video. All right, so let's go ahead and show off some of his skills in action. Now, again, these are not really meant to show who's better than who. I'm just trying to give you some of my insight and some of the other members' insights. And by the way, young Gleck was voted to be in today's video by our Discord, so thank the Discord group so much for that. Okay, let's go ahead and use this base skill, which does a regular attack. It's kind of odd it doesn't tell me the percentages for SRs. I've noticed that. If you guys having the same issues as well, Weird. But the SSRs will show me. So it's kind of weird that they don't show me the percentages. Whatever. Anyways, critical attack. Let's go ahead and do that one as well. Man, that is just, I love doing that to Cicero's. I know you guys know what I'm talking about. All right, let's go and use his S1. Vanguard Strike. Love it. Okay, let's go use his S2. Fizzer. Uh-oh. We crashed the game. Too much power. Young Gleck is too OP. Let's try that again. Let's try to not get it froze this time. There we go. Yeah. He's just too OP. He almost broke the whole entire game for me. He almost crashed the video. Wow, he's just too OP. So that is our boy Gleck in action. Young Gleck, I should say. Let's go and get out of that. Now we're going to be going and exploring mine. Since I do have him at +1, I can show you guys firsthand what the max skills are. For characters that I do not have at +1, I usually just run some notes and I'll tell you that way. That way we can still keep everybody up to date. All right, let's go to heroes. A little sneak peek what I've been up to. All these goodies. All right, so we got our boy Young Gleck. Now, of course, I do not have him at grade S yet, but guess what? Mark my words, he will be grade S today. Today. Okay? So I've been using this guy in everything, all content. Why not? He's too good. His DPS is so comparable that I would dare say that in PvP, he might be better than Teze right now. Teze is still the overall go-to pound for pound DPS single target in the entire game, no doubt. But the way the current meta is standing in PvP, I feel that our boy Young Gleck just shines even more brighter than anybody else. He's like a shining star on your team. Because what is he going to do? He's going to go in and possibly one-shot Cicero, one-shot Proxy, going in them back rows real quick, getting real deep in them pockets of those whales and ripping out those Angelos that are sitting back there tight next to those Sophias like a coward. You know who's going to take him out? Right there, your boy Young Gleck. The man is a beast. He's a legend. He's a myth. I don't care what you want to call him. He's some kind of holy being. I don't know. But we call him Young Gleck. And he's amazing. Just, got to fangasm over our boy for a minute. He is our first male character on the new series for Hero Spotlight. So we got to give him a little bit of love. But yes, he is absolutely amazing. All we hear about is proxies. All we hear about is Cicero. All we hear about is this and that. But yo, nobody is out there giving the love to Young Gleck that he deserves. He is amazing. All right, now that we're done fangasming over the boy, we're going to go ahead and show off his skills. So at max, he goes up to 331, basically 332% attack on his S1 and up to almost 28% on his crit rate up. And on his S2, he goes up to 331.2% of attack and 171.3% on that additional damage thanks to his S1 buff. So he is going to hit like a truck. He goes up to 400, he goes up to 500 basically percent on his S2 after you activate his S1 when maxed out. Absolute monster damage to dark types. Absolute monster. So that's pretty much all I got to say about Young Gleck. I could go on for probably about another hour or two. He's definitely one of my favorites, so I'm a bit biased. I hope you guys do understand. But I am coming from a real logical standpoint. I've used him. I've tested him out. I've seen what he can do against the current meta, what he could do against the dark raids. He's just absolutely amazing. I personally would give him a 10 out of 10 right now in PvP with the current meta because of, like I said, certain things like Cicero's laying around, Angelos, Teze's, for example. You can one-shot a Teze. You know, he's just a phenomenal damage dealer. He's got a cool art and design. His animations are pretty badass. I still think he's Ash's daddy, but that's just my opinion. But anyways, I'm going to catch you guys later. Oh, and one thing that I forgot to mention that I really like about his animation is I feel like every time he uses S2, he's doing Getsuga Tensho like my boy Ichigo from Bleach. For people who remember Bleach. Because I know it's been a while. But anywho, we're going to get out here. Hope you guys all enjoyed my overexcited, overhyped video for Young Gleck. He's just too cool for school. I just wanted to show him off. Hope you guys do enjoy that. And I'll be back with another Hero Spotlight, probably tomorrow or possibly the next day. We'll see where the stars align. Until then, hope you guys all enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new. Join us in the comment section below and in our Discord in the description below. to keep the conversation going before and after the video. And maybe you guys can vote for our next hero spotlight. Maybe I'll do it on the community section of the channel so everybody gets a chance. But, forgot I was going to say. I'm admiring him too much. Anyway, subscribe. I'm going to get out of here. I'm mumbling now. I'm out. Peace. Enjoy. Adios.